Here we go.
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Jeez.
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
You don't like democracy, eh?
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellige's seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
I don't even know the kid, so yeah, not gonna deal with that.
Leaving Caer Trolda?
Tomorrow at daybreak. Enjoy yourself, Master Geralt.
She's so angry.
May I?
You must even. Come! I've been waiting for you. So, feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars. Double meads, triple, Cintrian plum brandy, Mahakimum spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Crate knows the meaning of hospitality.
Something tells me there's a purpose to your hospitality.
Aye, there is. In the Isles, mead and meat stand to gain you as much support as feats accomplished blade in hand.
If that's true, you can rest easy about how the vote'll turn out.
I'll rest easy on the morrow, when the crown rests on one of my children's heads.
At least he says one of his children's head is not really super supportive of just the son.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Cerys?
You mean do I have a favorite? Nay. They're as different as fire and water. But on Crate blood flows in both.
What a good father. I like this guy. Think Skellige will listen to a woman?
Think the Council of Jarls will dare to put a woman on the throne?
If you'd asked me some months ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But today I see, and I'm not alone, that Cerys has something as rare on the Isles as a hot summer. Patience. Others act, then think. She's different. She thinks things through, the for, the against. But once she takes action, not a force in the world could stop her.
Yeah, that's how come she's gonna get my vote.
Between you and me, Hjalmar's not too hot-headed to be king.
Depends on the kind of king you have in mind. Want one who'll send emissaries, move figurines about a map, calculate the most profitable option? And yes, he's too hot-headed. But Skellige wants a different ruler. The kind who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood. Sooner jump into a fire than surrender. And that is Hjalmar.
If you escalate your attacks, you stand to infuriate Emir. Could regret it someday.
In Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace at any cost.
No, you don't. No, you really don't. You just sometimes like to act like you do.
Promised me a reward for helping your children.
And I aim to keep my word. Here, this bauble's been in the family for generations. I give it to you for helping ensure the line endures.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Thanks.
I'm the one.
Oh god, the madman's here.
Hear that? Damn it. I must probably started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
Jeez, everything's starting to shake. What the hell's going on out there? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! It's a demon bear! What's up with all the demon animals lately? That's the wrong thing. I wanted to actually hit it with the fire, because fire might help us out a lot more than everything else. But you know what? Let's whirl, baby! Okay. Hopefully not too many people died here. How many goddamn bears got in? Come on, burn! There you go. We'll let my stamina go back up as it burns out, and now we'll be good. The bears cannot withstand my onslaught! Feel my whirlwind of sword blades! I just feel really content doing that all the time. So at least all the important people lived.
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding! Quick!
Da.
Take my cloak. Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead.
Crack! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crack will lose a son too. You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this. Dad, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty on Crate. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Damn, got ourselves a right mess. Anybody see how the bears got in? We can go straight to business, but I have to say, damn.
Damn it. Things have sure gotten messy.
That's putting it mildly. We've clues to examine, things to consider. We must find out how this came to be, elsewise
We've no time for that. I know where to find the guilty.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened?
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. That can't wait.
Yeah, it can.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
I'll help with oh yeah, I'm going with Sirius. You two can handle this fine without me. No, we're going with this one. We need to learn who did it, how, and then we can really solve the mysteries.
You're right, Ceres. I'll help you.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
You just could get yourself in
I'll
trouble,
stay
man.
here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
Ever see anything like that?
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. Suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
What happened before the massacre? Be precise. Who died? Let's go with this one.
What happened before the massacre? Be precise.
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Cintron wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish. Face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, "Lugos, Lugos." Then, from the other side of the room, we heard this roar. We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds.
We'll avenge them, I promise. Know who died?
Drogadar, Drakeborn Du, Blue Boy Lugos, Yalborn, Ottrig. Take some time, mention them all. I heard you helped Lugos, as you helped me with the Haim.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar, and Svanrige.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet.
Whew, we lost the dude who we helped with the dream world? That sucks. I wanted him to survive and, like, impress his dad and stuff. Damn.
We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more than I did.
Alright, I'll use my Witcher senses to find footprints or something.
Fang marks,
Pull yourself
claw
together,
marks,
sinner.
broken bones.
How'd they get in?
Hard to say what exactly killed him.
The gates were shut!
That was it. I was trying to, like, eavesdrop and listen for more information, but she was just like, nope, the gates are shut!
So many wounds. No wonder Hjalborn bled to death.
Saw a bear standing by the bench. What is the gods doing? Maybe they're punishing us.
For what? You're talking rubbish.
Ottrig. Shit, no more than a kid. Drogadar. Skald's played his last.
Oh no, that was the bard who we were listening to play? Damn.
All right. What do we have here? Bear's head, but the tongue's short, like a human's. Mouth smells of honey liqueur. Mead. And something else. Something earthy. Bears like honey. Before it's fermented. Strange.
Is this a transformed human? And maybe he drunk something? He was someone who was at this party who drunk the mead or whatever, and it was poison, so it transformed him into a bear thing. Or maybe he's just a werebear. I actually don't know if that's a thing or not.
Something under the fur. A tattoo. Shape of a bear paw. Old scar. Looks like it was sutured.
So this was definitely like a human before.
Half man, half bear. Something like a lycanthrope. No full moon, so something else caused the transformation. Maybe something he ate or drank. Mead. Mead with an earthy aroma. Need to check the horns, tankards, and bowls.
Okay, but are all the bears like this is my question. We'll see.
Young Lugos. Bears took him by surprise. Didn't have a chance to defend himself.
Poor kid.
All the horns are empty.
Alright, there's gotta be something left over. What about this?
Bowl at each table. Mead in this one. And only mead. Bodies massacred. Hard to tell who it is. Stengrim, maybe?
This is really sad. I walked into the other room for a little bit of time. Just a little bit. And this shit happened. Alright. So I can't look at the other bear bodies. Or at least I'm assuming I can't. Yeah, alright. We looked at one. One's enough. What about this?
Here. Mead spiked with some kind of mushroom. And human blood. Ceres, come here.
A guard saw what happened. Those weren't bears. They were
Men who transform into bears.
berserkers.
Berserkers?
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of battle. Stuff of fairy tales, legends. But it seems to make sense, right?
Almost. We were at a feast, not on a battlefield. think I know what caused them to transform. The mead they drank. Smell this. Mead spiked with blood. And something else. Thinking it could be a mushroom, but I don't recognize the type.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know herbs better.
Can't hurt to try.
Ah, boy. So the question is, did they do that on purpose? Or did someone spike their drinks purposely so that they would transform?
Disgrace. The camp we've not seen since the Red funeral. You had died then, and I'm a Jarl's son of a...
If this turns out to be Crack, I'll twist his head off.
If Crack appears to be guilty, we'll try him and keep him with our customs.
Aye, then I'll twist his head off.
Wanted to talk to you.
What about? What about? What do you think, Holger? Let's not hear about salted herring or the currents round Speakerog.
Flap your gob at me again and I'll shut it for good.
Calm down. You act like rabid dogs, not Jarls of Skellige. Speak, Witcher.
Any ideas who might be behind the massacre?
Nilfgaard. They're the most to gain. But we'll avenge our sons. We'll burn their shores from Nazea to Atolia.
Wonders abound in the Nilfgaardian army. Towers with wheels, Zerrikanian mercenaries on humpback horses. But I've not heard of them having trained bears.
This was Crack, I tell you. We're in his castle, he let him in.
Wasted words, Lugos. I don't know who the traitor is, Witcher, but I'll tell you, it's none of us. We all lost loved ones.
Yeah, and his kids were in the same room. How would he know if the kids were going to survive the bear attack? Stop being dumb.
How'd all of you manage to survive?
What you saying? Eh? That we're the ones schemed this up?
Shut your gob. You're clucking as foolish as a gander hatching eggs. We survived because we're the best warriors in Skellige.
You're both damn fools. If not for the Witcher, none of us would be alive.
I did kill all of the bears, so nah, I can't deny that.
So long.
I have to find out the real Mr. Things. Hey, druid.
Freyr, our mother, may the sea swallow the traitors. Freyr, our lady.
Mind if I interrupt?
Already have? What is it?
Someone spiked one of the mead barrels with blood and something else. An herb or a mushroom. Sarah said...
Give me the horn. I know the smell. A mushroom. Mardroom.
Mardroom related in any way to berserkers?
Aye, but only in the tales told to children as they are put to sleep on cold winter nights. Warriors who ate Mardroom were said to transform into beasts when consumed by battle rage, but as I said, it's only...
Only a legend, I know. Still, I find it easier to believe than some story about bears appearing out of nowhere. Ceres wasn't lying. You know your fungi.
I do. Especially those which affect the mind, soothe it, summon waking dreams. Udalric suffered for years. I tried to help him in various ways. Initially with prayer, then with poppy milk.
But he's done with that now, right?
It's not that simple. But we'll wean him off it yet.
So, there's a chance that those guys weren't even, like, seeing things straight, and that's how come they attacked everybody. That sucks.
Mardroom. Never heard of it.
You have another name for it on the continent. Silasahib, I believe.
All right. Peasants eat it to soothe pain.
Udalric tried it too, but only a few times. In larger doses, the mushroom causes visions, nightmares.
Yes, the last thing Udalric needed more of. Thanks for your help. Blood and Mardroom. The taste of human flesh and a substance that triggers visions. That well could have caused the rage. Maybe even the transformation.
Maybe. Hard to believe someone spiked the mead here in the hall, though, in front of all those witnesses.
You're right. I helped prepare for the feast. I'd have noticed. It might have happened before they brought the drink upstairs. In the cellars, maybe. Come on, We could find some clues there.
The real question is, did anybody else drink that stuff besides the ones who would turn into berserkers? Right? Like, did just a normal dude end up drinking human blood and, like, weird mushroom shit? And just got really, really fucked up. And just started seeing shit. Then suddenly, bears. Because that would suck. You're just like, oh god, what the hell is wrong with this mead? The Unkrider will do some weird shit.
Elsewise, the warriors will take matters into their own hands. Castle's abuzz already.
Think they'd attack Croc openly?
My father or each other. All in the finest Skellige tradition. Haven't had a good civil war in ages.
Then I guess we should just end up hurrying up. I wonder what wow. I wonder what Hjalmar is up to. Is he just gonna start smacking someone around? Does he actually legitimately know who was responsible? I don't know. I'm sure something good would have came about it.
Knew there'd be trouble. It was all too calm.
Funny. Arnvold said the same. For a feast to be any good, mead's gotta flow, but so does blood.
I'd say he got his wish.
Hold on, I'm enhancing my weapons. I also got a mod version of that time increase thing that we had beforehand. So that's nice. I'll actually start using these again. Because when it only lasted like 30 minutes, meh. Or no, I think it was 50 minutes. Gosh. You're hardly out of a town by the time it's like halfway over. Have we been in here before? Is this a dead guy? We're just gonna assume it's someone injured. Everyone in that room's fine. They're just sleeping. They're just unconscious.